I know she doesn't have the most or the best quickness, but she's still going to attack the rim given the chance.
And one of the most amazing stories in all of sports is the fact that Diana Taurasi is still a top scorer and a top player.
I mean, she turns 42 this year. She went first overall back in 2004, back when Blake was in preschool. A lot of her teammates were in diapers back then. DT's commitment to the game is unmatched. It's just really special to get to watch her play still.
Now here's McBride.
Pass to Miller. Now Heidemann. Now Miller.
Shot clock at 2. Shoots over Taurasi.
And the basket by Miller.
Assist goes to Natisha Heidemann.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Here's Taylor. McBride covering. They get it again. Out to the wing. Shoots a 3.
Heidemann grabs the miss.
Pass to McBride. Shoots from 14. Mercury with the rebound.
Well, she didn't have a hand in her face, so I thought she was for sure going to bury that.
Here's Diana Taurasi from the arc. The Mercury with another miss. So the Lynx now, trailing by 17. Here's Peely. Minnesota the rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for her in this
At
one.
the line for the away team, Dorka Juhas. 2 shots.
Doesn't get the second.
And we continue to watch the development of Dorka Juhas. And Brian, she's really starting to put the pieces together. You can see it.
Well, at 6'5", she has the length to do damage in every phase of the game. I just think it's going to be a slow build. She's already increased her range, and she's looking much more comfortable out there.
Here's Heidemann. Taylor grabs the board. To the middle. And she floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Down there in the low post is where you want to create a lot of your offense.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over.
When we talk about players that just flat out win, who comes to mind?
Well, give me Breanna Stewart. 4 titles in college and a couple more in the WNBA. Stewie knows how to do one thing, and that's get rings.
Yeah, Stewie is incredible, and she just wins, flat out. But I'm going to go with Chelsea Gray. 3 WNBA titles, including the last 2. She really helped Las Vegas and that core get over the hump.
Here's Taylor. They lead by 20, and that's the most we've seen.
A steady and consistent scoring threat. Rossi isn't really afraid to use her body down low.
And this is her first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
And 2023 was a frustrating season for the Mercury, a 9-31 record.
The second worst record in team history as they missed the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. They were dead last in defensive rating. So if you want to talk about a big improvement, it's got to start there.
Now here's Miller.
Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. Now here's Sabali, covered by Collier. And the shot goes in.
Shot them a few more points for them. This has been a one-sided game in just every area.
Absolutely. Their defense, their offense, it's all been outstanding.
It's just been a tremendous performance, Brian.
Here's Miller.
Back to Collier.
Heidemann. Outside Miller.
To stop the run. Taylor grabs the board. And here the Mercury. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by the Lynx. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
And the Lynx miss again.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Miller with it. Falls through. She's now made 2 out of 4. Here's Osborne. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. This Lynx squad struggling. Pass to Collier. Miller. She's covered by Taurasi. Here's Heidemann. Miller. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Taurasi. Now here's Thomas. Defense is right there. They get it back. And here are the Lynx now. On the wing, Kayla McBride. Pass to Heidemann. Miller. And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
The idea of setting a screen on that play, it was the good idea, the right idea, but the execution was not.
Yeah, you really want to set a hard screen, but you also want to make sure it's a legal one.
Now here's Taurasi. She's got 11. And now the Lynx fast break. Here's Carlton. Another shot. And foul called as she misses, and she's going to shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Alyssa Thomas.
Team foul.
It's her first trip to the line.
At the line for the away team, Bridget Carlton. 2 shots.
And she knocks down the first one.
And in 2023, Minnesota finished as the 6th seed with a record of 19-21.
Well, Minnesota missed the playoffs in 2022, which ended their 11-year postseason streak. But they regrouped, and in 2023, they took the Sun the full 3 games in the first round. Almost pulling off the huge upset. But what was most important was getting back to the postseason.
Now here's Thomas. She's got 7. And that one good.
Well, that level of toughness should energize Thomas's teammates. She invites contact from opponents.
Here's Collier. It's rebounded by Savali. And up the court come the Mercury on the break. Thomas, good.
2 points.
A nice fast break from start to finish.
And what a finish it was, guys. Just so pretty.
The pass, the dunk, everything.
Now here's McBride. Pass to Carlton. Collier. Here's Williams. And yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Feels like the rest of the basketball has forgotten about the mid-range game, not Williams. She still uses this part of the court.
Here's Taylor. McBride covering. Back to Sabali. Taurasi jacks up a 3. Here's Thomas. It's good, as 5 others before it were. She's now shooting 6 for 7.
You gotta be aware of Thomas there. She's one of the best on the O boards.
Kayla McBride draws the double. Pass to Carlton. Rejected by Alyssa Thomas.
What a rejection. You know, Thomas doesn't mind the pressure. She loves being on the line in these kinds of moments.
Here's Taurasi. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of players. And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They gotta score.
Thomas outside. Score the bucket. She is 7 for 11.